Good afternoon, everybody. It's the John Ross Show for April 25th, 2025. It's Friday. Outside here in the studios in downtown Batavia, we're at 57 degrees right now. This is a little cooler than it was on Wednesday. On Wednesday, it was about 76. So we had about a 20-degree drop here. And I guess that's what it's going to be for most of the weekend, too, about around that. So today we're going to discuss 100 days of Trump. We're about at 95. I think it's 95 or so. And 100 days will be about mid next week. And so the days of Trump. Well, today, folks, Donald's people FBI arrested a judge in Milwaukee, saying she's obstructing on immigration. We'll hear more about this, but this does not sound good for our system. That they would go after a judge. This is a state judge in a court in Milwaukee who had an immigrant in her courtroom, and the ICE people were there, and it just doesn't sound good. So that's one of the top stories today. Another thing is the tariffs are still out there. We still have tariffs. Trump's numbers have gone down drastically in the last. His approval rating is the lowest for any recent president, and I think he's only got 44% approval or something along that line. And it's got nothing's going for him. Everybody polling shows that everything's not going well for him. It's got a little uptick on immigration, but otherwise everything is down for him. Everything about his regarding Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. He's doing damage to a lot of different things, and immigration and bringing back our deported people in El Salvador that they did illegally. I believe the courts would rule that, but they're not abiding by that, so that's another problem. And there's just so many different things. These 100 days have been a wreck. I would call it a train wreck. And we'll see where the next days go ahead. This photo that I have there is from 2018, signing some documents in 2018. Donald Trump is signing some document there. So the first 100 days of Trump, we'll be watching this more in the next days. What's out there, and hope it doesn't affect you, your Social Security, your 401k or whatever you have investment that way in stocks. That's not good. They've lost, I think, at least 6%, but maybe it's more than that. But they've lost, so you've been losing. And then the tariffs, we don't know what that's going to do. Everybody's getting prepared, in the 25% or percent on cars. It hasn't quite hit yet, I guess, but it's gonna here real shortly. So these are all the first 100 days of Donald Trump. And he didn't get his egg prices down. That's not true. And he didn't stop the war in Ukraine in one day. That's not true. he's really abandoned Ukraine. He could have done that. That doesn't take much. Just say, I'm not for Ukraine, and then, come on, Putin, you can do what you want. It's basically what he's doing. So that's where we're at on the first 100 days of Donald Trump. Now, tomorrow, early in the morning, tomorrow morning, there's going to be something special in the world at Donald Trump and his wife Melania and other leaders from the world. They're going to be going to Pope Francis's funeral in Rome. So that's going to be something very interesting. That's going to be on, I guess, Chicago time, just a little before 3 a.m. So that's pretty early, I'll admit. I'm sure we'll have tapings of this and other ways. Excuse me. Tapings of it and other ways to get back on it and get our updates on that. He was a good man, and he exemplified this one verse that I want to bring up that he talked about. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. This was his thrust. He sent a letter to Trump and leaders of our country about that a few months ago in February. And he expressed that opinion that we should think about our immigrants and not degrade them, that they're part of humanity, they're part of the image of God. And okay, yeah, I'm going to put up where that photo was from. They like me to do that. I'll show you where that. It's a Brazilian photo. That's where that's from. It's on Wikimedia Commons. So he's talking about that. So we got to get the teachings of Jesus with us. We got to be salt and light, and that's what we're trying to be. With God's grace, we can do those things. In Deuteronomy, it says this, 24:17, true justice must be given to the foreigners living among you. This is a biggie. This is a biggie. And we know how Jesus treated the Samaritans and others who were downcast. He was with the downcast. True justice must be given to the foreigners living among you. Are we doing that? This is where we got to go. And the Pope was trying to bring that up. We got to remember that Jesus was a refugee. It's a very important thing. We just can't send people off and deport them without due process. It's due process, folks. You just don't pick up people and then just say bye-bye and then say you can't get them back, too. This is called due process. So right now, we're just going to sign off until Monday. And hopefully, maybe I'll get some. I don't know if I'll be able to get up early or not, but I'm definitely going to listen to the funeral there, one way or the other, of Pope Francis tomorrow morning in Rome. So just remember, Jesus was a refugee. So next Monday, we'll be back, Lord willing. We'll be back, Lord willing. And I just want to say for right now, I wish you a very good weekend and keep the faith. And just, we got to keep being a witness wherever we're at, wherever you're doing. Let's hold our chin up and let's let's help others. This is what the Pope Francis wants to do. This is what Jesus was wanting to do. This is what makes our country great when we love others. So, thank you for just listening for a few moments, and we'll see you next Monday, Lord willing. So, bye bye now. Bye bye now. This is our 600th time doing this, and I'm going to digress here a minute. We started this right during COVID in April of 2020. We've done on and off. We've done around 600 of these, and started out with my friend Vernon Levia, and that was on environmental things in his book. That was great. So we're keeping going, and Vernon always told me to say something like have a little ending, and he thought you got to have a special ending. So my special ending has been bye bye, and thank my brother Vernon, and we'll see you then next Monday, Lord willing. Bye bye now. See you on Monday. Bye bye.